Hello everyone, I welcome you all in another session of Anjan Tutorials. Today we have a big announcement for you all. As you all know that NTA has already released the notification for CUET-PG 2026. So Anjan Tutorials is going to introduce a free online course for the students who are preparing for CUET-PG 2026. And in this class, we will talk about the syllabus of CUET-PG and what are the strategies and roadmap we will follow in our free classes. Without further delay, let's begin the discussion. This is CUET-PG syllabus which consists of 6 topics like British literature, Indian literature, literary terms, literary criticism, literary theories, comparative literature and translations, and current events, trends, and awards. And in this class, we will talk about this syllabus and these topics in detail. And we will begin our detailed discussion with British literature. In British literature, we will read Greco-Roman period and who are the important writers of Greco-Roman periods like Homer, and who are the important tragedians of Greco-Roman period like Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, the most important comedians of ancient time like Aristophanes, Menander, Pindar, and we will also read Aristotle, Horace, Plato in Greco-Roman period. After Greco-Roman period comes Old English period. In Old English period, we will read Beowulf, Cynewulf, Caedmon, King Alfred the Great, and next comes Middle English period. In Middle English period, we will read Dante, Petrarch, Boccaccio, Geoffrey Chaucer, John Skelton, and who are the British Chaucerian and who are the Scottish Chaucerians. After come Tudor period. In Tudor period, we will read Henry Howard, Earl of Surrey, Sir Thomas Wyatt. Next comes Elizabethan period. In Elizabethan period, we will read the most important playwrights of that time period, which is William Shakespeare and who are the famous university wits. We will also read Ben Jonson in Elizabethan period. After that comes Jacobean period. In Jacobean period, we will read the famous revenge tragedies of John Webster's, The Duchess of Malfi, White Devil. Next, we will read Caroline Age. In Caroline Age, we will read the most important writers of early 17th century, John Milton. And after comes Civil War period. In Civil War period, we will read John Dryden and who are the important metaphysical poets like John Donne, Henry Marvell, Henry Richard Howard. And after comes Restoration period. In Restoration period, we will read Restoration dramas of William Wycherley, Thomas Congreve, and after that comes Augustan period. In Augustan period, we will read Alexander Pope, Jonathan Swift, and who are the important Augustans periodicals and what are the important events happens in Augustan age. After that comes Romantic period. In Romantic period, we will read first generation romantics, second generation romantics like William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Robert Southey, John Keats, P.B. Shelley. And next comes Victorian period. In Victorian period, we will read the poetry of Lord Alfred Tennyson, Robert Browning, and who are the important novelists of Victorian periods like Charles Dickens, William Makepeace Thackeray, Thomas Hardy, George Eliot. After comes modern period. Modern period which begins in 1901 to 1945, and in modern period we will read T.S. Eliot, Ezra Pound, W.B. Yeats, W.H. Auden, and last comes postmodern period. Postmodern period which begins after the Second World War in 1945, and in postmodern period we will read V.S. Naipaul, Salman Rushdie, William Golding, and other important postmodern writers. And these are the subtopics we will discuss in British literature. After British literature comes Indian writing in English. In Indian writing in English, we will read English in India. English in India, which begins in 1498 with the discovery of sea route by Vasco da Gama, and after comes early writers in India. In early writers in India, we will read Michael Madhusudan Dutt, Taru Dutt, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Deen Muhammad, and what are the important commissions were founded in the Indian history, like Hunter Commission of 1882, Calcutta University Commission of 1917, Meckless Minute of 1835, Wood's Dispatch of 1854, and Radhakrishnan Commission of 1948, Mudaliar Commission of 1951, and what are the three NEPs implemented in India. We will talk this in Indian writing section. After comes Indian poet. In Indian poets, we will read R. Parthasarathi, A.K. Ramanujan, Jayanta Mahapatra. Next, Indian novelist. In Indian novelist, we will read R.K. Narayan, Mulkraj Anand, Bhavani Bhattacharya, Atiya Hussain, Raja Rao. We will also read Indian dramatist. In Indian dramatist, we will read Badar Sarkar, Vijay Tendulkar, Mahesh Dattani, Girish Karnad. These are the four topics which mainly comes from Indian literature. And we also have to read some other topics in Indian literature like Dalit literature, Northeastern writers like Eastern Kire, and Kashmiri writers. Who are the important Kashmiri writers like Malik Sajad, Aga Shahid Ali, and who are the important graphic novelists. In Indian writing in English, we will also read Rasa and Dhvani theory, from where at least one or two question comes in each exams like CUET-PG, UGC NET JRF, and WB set. This was the syllabus of Indian writing in English, and Indian writing after that comes literary genre. In literary genres, we will read allegory, ballad, blank verse, comedy, dissociation of sensibility, dramatic monologue, elegy, enlightenment, epic, fancy and imagination, imitation, and intentional fallacy. We will cover all this literary genre in our different session. And to get to know about this, please follow our channel and see the videos that we upload regularly. After literary genre comes literary criticism. In literary criticism, we will discuss the beginning of literary criticism with the work of Plato, Aristotle, and Horace in ancient criticism. After comes medieval criticism. In medieval criticism, we will read Saint Augustine, Saint Thomas Aquinas, and their different critical works. Next come neoclassical criticism. In neoclassical criticism, we will read the criticism of Samuel Johnson, John Dryden. After comes romantic criticism. In romantic criticism, we will read William Wordsworth's Theory of Poetry, Samuel Taylor Coleridge's Biographia Literaria. After comes Victorian criticism. In Victorian criticism, we will read the criticism of Matthew Arnold, John Ruskin, Walter Pater, Oscar Wilde. And next comes modern criticism. In modern criticism, we will read T.S. Eliot and his Theory of Poetry. And last comes new Roman Russian formalism and new criticism. In Russian formalism, we will read Roman Jakobson, Vladimir Pope, and in new criticism, we will read I. Richard, Edward Levis, Percy Lubbock, Clint Brooks. And these are the syllabus of literary criticism. And after literary criticism, we will also cover literary theory. In literary theory, we will talk about Ferdinand de Saussure and Claude Lévi-Strauss's structuralism and Roland Barthes and Derrida's post-structuralism, Marx and Friedrich Engels' Marxism, and what are the Marxist work they have written, different Marxist concepts we will cover in our Marxism class. And after that comes feminism. In feminism, we will talk about 1792 work of Mary Wollstonecraft's The Vindication of the Rights of Women and different waves of feminism like first wave, second wave and third wave, and who are the important feminists of different waves we will cover in our feminism class. After that comes eco-criticism. In eco-criticism, we will read Sherrod Gottfried, Jonathan Bate, William Ruckert, and what are the eco-critical works they wrote in their time period. Next comes post-colonialism. In post-colonialism, we will read Homike Bhabha, Edward Said, Franz Fanon, and who are the important post-colonialist theorists we will talk in our post-colonialism class. And next comes comparative literature and translation studies. In comparative literature and translation studies, we will talk about what is comparative literature, what are the different schools of comparative literature like French school, Russian school, American school, and definitions of translation. Who are the important critics who gave the definition of different translations? And different we will also cover different theories of translations and different methods of translations like language assisted method, grammar translation method. We will also talk about the important works which is translated by different important authors from the ancient time to modern period. After that comes current events, trends and awards. And in these sections we will cover who are the important Nobel laureates and what are the important works they have written for which they got the Nobel Prize, and who are the important Booker awardee, and who are the Indian authors who got the Sahitya Academy for their contribution in literature. We will also talk about Pulitzer Prize, Oscar Wilde and Miles Franklin awards. And these are the complete syllabus of our CUET-PG 2026. Those of you who are preparing for CUET-PG, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel to get more related videos and study materials of CUET-PG. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching this video.